In June of 2018, 800 educators, students, parents, community members, businessmen and women from around the globe gathered in Dallas for the first ever summit igniting positive education in school systems everywhere.
Since then, Champlain College's Cooper-Ryder Center has been collecting stories of impact from that incredible meeting. One such story talked about how the WPEA catalyzed clarity.
One of the biggest benefits for me of the event was it enabled me to return to my passion and my core purpose in life.
Roy continues to do the work that he has been doing for decades, bringing positive education and AI principles to students both in England and Nepal, connecting them for personal transformation as individuals and also in their classrooms and in their entire school systems.
Another story talks about how the summit elevated hope in Belgium and the Netherlands.
That's my hope. So if you ask what's your hope, my hope is actually a system-brought innovation towards connecting well-being and results. And that system-wide change will come if you give the grassroots organizations a platform to exchange, to get inspired, and to innovate.
Luc Verheyen and his partners had already been building toward a learning network and appreciative inquiry and positive education throughout that region. The summit, as you see, ignited hope for him.
Yi He, author of Appreciative Advising Revolution, connected for the first time with 50 delegates from China at the WPEA. Doing so elevated her passion for translation and cross-cultural advising.
So that got us interested to see, okay, so how do people really understand these terms and what are the cultural interpretation of these terms when you use that? So like when we say well-being, how is well-being understood? What does that include in different terms? Of course, Seligman defines well-being and all that, but our participants typically are not people who have read the book or anything, right? So you define well-being, when you use that word, you define well-being differently. And then the word happiness. So what does that mean to be happy, right? Like that word can even be translated into different words in a different language. And positive, what does positive mean, So like all that really generates really interesting conversation.
And the summit ignited new dreams.
And that day I was very, very, very energized and had a chance to talk to James Pawelski, who was one of my instructors in the MAP program, and he gave me this great Johnny Appleseed story about you're planting seeds and the orchard, the fruit that comes out at first is going to be crappy and it's going to be hard and you're going to have to keep tending to those little scraggly trees, but you're planting these really important seeds and someday it's going to all come together and the orchard is going to be beautiful.
Her new orchard has been planted. Just a few months after Dallas, she announced that Gateway Community College in Phoenix, Arizona is the first ever community college to focus on well-being as an institution. Another first, the first ever student-created, student-led Appreciative Inquiry Summit in Dubai.
This is the Dubai Student Wellbeing Summit.
This is the first ever Appreciative Inquiry Summit for students by students.
This year's topic is Be Well and Do Well, empowering ourselves and others to flourish. 200 different students from 100 different schools are participating with us in this AI Summit.
We are part of the AI Summit Steering Committee.
And we're working in collaboration with KHDA, the educational face of the Dubai government.
Yeah!
Finally, our work together is changing the world truly at a global level, bringing appreciative inquiry and positive education to ignite the United Nations global goals. Here is Jonas Hartl from the United Nations Institute of Training and Research.
So I see that it's a very nice way of appreciative inquiry giving us one very powerful method of organizational transformation. Positive education being kind of the DNA that we want to ingrain in education providers. And the Sustainable Development Goals gives us the North Star, the compass of where we want to go.
For a deeper dive into these ripple effect stories and others, to view our longer video, or to share your story of impact, please visit the Cooper-Ryder Center website.